Have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract wealth effortlessly, while others struggle to make ends meet? It's a question that has puzzled many of us. The answer, according to Robert Kiyosaki, lies in our mindset. In his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Kiyosaki introduces the concept of the rich dad and poor dad mindsets. The rich dad mindset sees money as a tool for wealth creation. It's about leveraging assets, seeking opportunities, and making money work for you. On the other hand, the poor dad mindset sees money as a scarce resource. It's about working for money, playing it safe, and fearing losses. These two mindsets represent opposing views on wealth and financial management. They are the fundamental difference between those who seem to attract wealth and those who struggle. Understanding this dichotomy is the first step to transforming your own mindset and financial status. So, what exactly does the rich dad believe in, and how does it set him apart? Well, let's dive into the key principles that shape this character's financial philosophy. First and foremost, the rich dad firmly believes in the importance of financial education. He doesn't rely on the conventional wisdom of working hard to earn money. Instead, he spends time learning about money, how it works, how to manage it, and how to multiply it. Imagine this. A young boy asks his father why they can't afford a new car. The poor dad might say, "We can't afford it." But the rich dad would respond differently, saying, "How can we afford it?" The rich dad sees opportunities and solutions, not limitations. The second principle that guides the rich dad is investing in assets instead of liabilities. He understands the difference between the two. An asset puts money into your pocket, while a liability takes money out. The rich dad knows that a fancy car or a big house might look impressive. But if those things are draining your bank account, they're liabilities, not assets. He would rather invest in real estate that generates rental income, stocks that pay dividends, or businesses that return profits. The third and perhaps most transformative principle is making money work for you. The rich dad doesn't sell his time for money. That's what the poor dad does. Instead, he lets his assets do the work. He understands that money is a tool that, when used wisely, can lead to more money. Just picture a man relaxing on a beach, sipping a cool drink, while his investments generate income. That's the rich dad. He's not working harder, he's working smarter. His money is his employee, tirelessly working around the clock to make him wealthier. In essence, the rich dad uses these principles: financial education, investing in assets, and making money work for him, to navigate his financial journey. He doesn't let life happen to him. He shapes his destiny with knowledge, smart choices, and a dash of audacity. The rich dad uses his financial knowledge and mindset to create a life of abundance. In contrast, let's delve into the mindset of the poor dad. The poor dad is not necessarily destitute or lacking in ambition. Rather, he is defined by a set of limiting beliefs and behaviors that hinder his financial growth. One of the most prominent of these is the belief that he must work for money, rather than making money work for him. This mindset is often born out of a fear of taking financial risks, a fear that keeps him rooted in the safety of a steady paycheck. The poor dad will often choose a job with a stable income over an opportunity with uncertain returns, even if the latter has the potential for significantly higher earnings. This fear of financial uncertainty can lead to a life of financial stagnation, where the only growth comes from annual raises or promotions. Another pitfall of the poor dad is the lack of financial education. Many of us were never taught about money management, investing, or wealth creation in school. The poor dad often continues this cycle of ignorance, either because he doesn't see the value in financial education or simply doesn't know where to start. This lack of knowledge can lead to poor financial decisions, from high-interest loans to risky investments. Without a solid understanding of financial principles, the poor dad is more likely to fall prey to scams or make decisions based on emotion rather than logic. These factors, working for money, fear of financial risk, and lack of financial education, create a cycle of financial struggle. The poor dad works hard, but his money doesn't work for him. He avoids risk, but his financial situation remains precarious. He lacks financial knowledge, but doesn't seek to improve it. The poor dad is trapped in a cycle of financial struggle, largely due to his mindset and lack of financial education. But remember, a poor dad mindset is not a life sentence. It's simply a starting point. And from this point, transformation is possible. And it begins with a shift in mindset. Now that we understand these two mindsets, the question is, how can we shift from the poor dad to the rich dad mindset? Firstly, we must accept that the transformation is not an overnight process. It begins with improving our financial literacy. This means educating ourselves about money, how it works, and how it can work for us. Reading books, attending seminars, or even taking online courses can be a stepping stone towards this goal. Secondly, we need to start investing. The rich dad mindset understands that money is a tool that can be used to create more wealth. It's not just about earning and saving, but about growing our wealth. This could be through investing in stocks, real estate, or starting a business. Remember, the aim is to make our money work for us, not the other way around. Thirdly, we need to change our attitude towards money and wealth. Often people with the poor dad mindset view money as a scarce resource, something to be guarded and saved. But the rich dad sees money as abundant, a resource to be used and multiplied. This shift in perspective can be the most challenging, but also the most rewarding. Lastly, it's important to surround ourselves with like-minded individuals, people who also aspire to cultivate a rich dad mindset. They can provide support, share knowledge, and challenge our thinking. Transforming your mindset is a journey, not a destination. And every step we take brings us closer to becoming our own version of a rich dad. We've covered a lot of ground today, so let's quickly recap. We've delved into the rich dad and poor dad mindsets, highlighting their striking differences. The rich dad philosophy underscores the paramount importance of financial education and the cultivation of a wealth-oriented mindset. We've also outlined steps to transform your own mindset. Remember, the journey to financial freedom begins with a shift in mindset. It's time to start thinking like the rich dad.